Hey guys, Saaya from Team Overtrigger here. I'm just here to give you a deck list, a deck profile of prisms. This is my personal list I take to events. So we start with the starter, obviously. The starter is the most important part.
Yeah, because she's the cutest.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to mention we have special guest Blocky here to help explain stuff while he was facing today.
Yes, I'm gonna explain how painful this deck was to fight.
Yes. So we have um our 8 critical triggers, because 8 is the magic number in this deck. We play our 2 Great Tree Heals. Now people are wondering, why do I play 2 Great Tree Heals and not 4? Well, I don't have 4.
Someone bought the other two.
Yes, I'm poor. And then we also have our 4 Draw PGs. Moving on to our Great Ones. We have 4 copies of Prism Image Clear. When placed, look at top 7 to add a Grade 2 or higher Prism from among them to your hand, then shuffle the rest. When it's played from Bind Zone, you can bind the Prism from your drop zone, draw a card that gets plus 10,000 power. I run 4 copies of Special Message Aurora. On place, draw a card, discard a card. It cannot be used by the same card name. I run 4 copies of Mermaid Idol. Ellie. That's supposed to be an Ellie. What she does is, when attack she boosts hit, I retire her to look through my deck to search for another copy of Ellie to add to my hand. When she plays on Guardian Circle, I put an Ellie from my drop zone to the bottom of the deck, and she gets shield plus 10,000. Really useful for guard situations.
Good. Yeah, good overall card. Good as a rear guard, and then when it hits, it can be put back. You get one in your hand, and it makes for a good defensive card.
Mm-hmm.
Quite
Exactly.
versatile.
And then finally, for our last grade 1, we run 1 order card, Halo of Solid or Bingo. Put a grade 2 or less from your hand to the soul to look at top 3, add 1 to your head, put the other 2 on bottom as any order. There's a reason I run this, and it's because I Soul Blast way too much in this deck. So this is to help me get back Soul. You might
Yeah.
people are
I
might
didn't notice you.
yeah people
Your
might
Vanguard was basically just one card on its own.
yep
Essentially.
people might be wondering, why do I not run the countercharger equitable fair Spiana? It's because I don't care about countercharge in this deck. Grade 2s.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you barely even counterblast in this deck anyway, since it's not early game. You just basically rush early game like
Yep.
nuts.
So grade 2s. We're gonna start with one of the only 2 counterblasters in this whole deck. 4 copies of Prism Image Rosa. When placed counterblast 1, look at top 7, review up to 2 Prism from among them, add 1 to hand, bind the other. When placed from Bind Zone, your whole front row get plus 10,000. We run 4 copies of Chocolate of our Lizelot. On place, look at the top card and either put it to Soul or put it or call it to your rear guard. And it can be called as a grade 1. So this is a very good start to aggro on your first
Oh
grade 1
god,
attack.
I hate Lisa. I hate Lisa a lot. I goddamn hate this. I hate this card so goddamn much.
We also run 4 copies of Top Idol Aqua. When placed, look get bounce 1 card from your field back to your hand, and then you can draw 1 card from your hand, and then discard 1 card. And during your turn, if you have another unit face in the column, the same as it, she gets plus 5,000. So the whole
Also, this was the one I couldn't attack at all.
yep. No, this is different. So the whole combo is to basically bounce one of your grade 2s so that way you can reuse the effects. But Lizelot's effect is only once per turn, so you can't really do it that much. Great trees. We only
Yeah,
run
but it means you get to save it for your hand and do it again the next turn.
yep. We only run 1 great tree, and people might be considering why. This is the Prism deck. You don't run anything else. We run 4 copies of Prism Image Ferret. Once per turn, Soul Blast 1, bind a unit with Prism from your field or your drop zone, and she gets Drive plus 1. When attacks counterblast 1, just and return your front row to your hand to call 2 cards from your bind zone to your field.
Oh god. Ah, so this is where most of your soul blasts go to.
Yes. And then lastly, our Great Force, we want 4 copies of Legendary Prism Duo Nectaria. Nectaria's goes in your hand, bind this card to bind a card with Prism in your deck. And then if you have a unit with the same name in your bind zone as her, she gets plus 10,000. If it's on Vanguard, plus 1 crit, plus 1 drive.
Oh. Oh. Wait a minute. You didn't even use this. Wait, you didn't even use this on your Vanguard Circle one.
Yeah, because you only go for it when
More of a
you
rear.
don't go for it on your Vanguard.
Yeah, it's more of a rear guard thing, and my god, is that 10k hurt.
So I realized that during the last video, I did make a misplay with Fair Skill. You're supposed to call 2 different units with Prism. I did not realize that. So I apologize in this video, and to my special guest here.
I can tell you, like, don't worry, in those 2 fights I can tell you like 5 different things that went wrong with my deck. One misplay is not gonna change any of that.
Yes, we make a lot of misplays. A lot of misplays, so don't worry. And please be understanding. And this has been the Prism Aggro deck profile. Why is it aggro? Is because we basically just run things that just swing face a lot.
Yes. If you watch the other video, you'll notice that even like the aggression doesn't start when he's grade 3. It is the grade 1 and grade 2 phases where he is extremely aggressive.
Yes. If I start with a very good hand, I will just swing face. Even if I don't start with a good hand, I still swing face. That's all this deck does.
Yeah, you will. By the time you hit grade 3, there's gonna be a very high. You're gonna have a lot of
Yes.
damage on you. Can be a double-edged sword, but I think in this case it works out.
So while we're here, why don't you explain how it felt facing this deck?
Makes me wonder, why would I play an Excel clan when I can just do this?
Oh, this deck's actually very cheap too. Your only pricey card would be your Prism Image Ferret. You can basically build this deck for like under $60.
Dang.
And you still get the very, actually not 60, maybe under 80, but you still get like the very powerful bonuses.
Yeah, and the best part is you don't need to worry too much about like misplay, like not getting the cards because you have quite a few searches.
Oh, hello, Web. Welcome to the YouTube
And
video.
On the play?
Well, we're just recording a YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
yes, I
um,
got bullied on.
Anyway, this has been the Prism Aggro deck profile featuring special guest Blocky and jumping in to finish the video, Web Angel. And yeah, this has been the video. Goodbye.
See ya.